Covering the stories that matter to you in your neighborhood. Here are some of the stories we are covering today. Neighborhood News reporter Drew Bishop gives us the details on the emergency Inner Harbor desal meeting announced by Mayor Guajardo after the governor blasted city council. Plus, tensions in the Middle East have been affecting your wallet. A look at where you can find the cheapest gas in the city. And a popular mariachi festival gets underway in Robstown. Stephanie Molina is there to tell us who will come out on top. Your Chris 6 News at 5 starts right now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. We begin tonight with this morning's emergency water meeting that led to heated debates inside city council chambers. The meeting was called last month by Mayor Paula Guajardo after the governor's comments that Corpus Christi squandered state funds designated for the water crisis. It lasted about 90 minutes and included a presentation from Corpus Christi Water and tense discussion between council members. Councilmember Gil Hernandez expressed frustration with the meeting, telling our Drew Bishop that if the city had focused on diversifying its water portfolio years ago instead of desal, they wouldn't be in this situation.
The reason why we're facing curtailment is because of our own damn fault. Our inaction over the last 6 years to do any of this work, and now we're like, oh, now desal in Inner Harbor is an emergency, and the water won't be delivered for 3.5 years.
Hernandez and other council members felt the meeting was unnecessary, while Mayor Guajardo says it was important to continue to pursue solutions to the water crisis. City Council is set to vote on the Inner Harbor desalination project on Tuesday, April 28th. If you want to know what is happening with our water crisis, head over to our Running Dry section on christv.com. Just scan the QR code on the screen to find all of our stories. In a quick note, Nueces County Judge Connie Scott has lifted the county's burn ban. That means bonfires are now allowed back at Nueces County beaches. Well, hurricane season is upon us, and the question floating around now is, do you think we need a new hurricane intensity scale? For that answer, we toss it over to our chief meteorologist, Stephanie Lauber, who joins us live from the Tropical Weather Conference from South Padre Island. Hi, Steph.
Hey, Clara. Yes, that is a question I posed to our neighbors on the Chris 6 Facebook page. Do you think we need a new scale? We currently use the Saffir-Simpson scale. I think is something a bit special to neighbors in the coastal bend because one part of that Saffir-Simpson is very homegrown to Corpus Christi. Of course, Robert Simpson being one half of the creator of that scale. But it's the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. And we know that wind isn't the only hazard that comes with tropical trouble. And so we arrive at the idea of, are we really conveying the intensity of a tropical storm, a hurricane, any of those possible threats? Are they really represented with a Category 1, Category 2, Category 5 rating? Do we need a new scale? And that scale could be something that goes beyond 5, maybe 6 for storms that were absolute monsters like Harvey or even Melissa from last summer. So again, we're continuing to bring you the latest. That was a big talk from today, but a big talk back at home is our rain chances heading on into the weekend. I'll break down what you need to know next.
Stephanie, thank you. In national news, Vice President J.D. Vance is headed to Pakistan to bring an agreement to end the war in Iran. The negotiations for peace come at a tail end of the ceasefire in the Middle East. Before boarding Air Force Two, Vance took time to speak with media, giving insight on plans for negotiations.
Look, we're looking forward to the negotiation. I think it's going to be positive. We'll, of course, see. As the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand.
Well, Vance continued with a warning to Pakistani leaders to not play with them and be receptive in the negotiation process. Well, Vance isn't the only world leader jumping into peace talks today, as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is also negotiating. Despite the ceasefire on Wednesday, Israel launched its largest strike ever on Lebanon. Prime Minister Netanyahu has now reached out to Lebanon to ramp up negotiations.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reaching out to the government of Lebanon and offering negotiations, presumably towards some sort of more permanent diplomatic balance. Now, we've seen several countries throughout the region normalizing their diplomacy with the Israelis, and it is a big wish for the Israelis to normalize their diplomacy with the Lebanese.
Well, that was an NBC correspondent. Now, Iran has stated they will not open the Strait of Hormuz until Israel stops their strikes on Hezbollah in Lebanon. Well, although there is a standstill in the Middle East, gas prices don't seem to be going down. As of right now, the national average is $4.15 a gallon. The Texas average, $3.85. And here in Corpus Christi, the average is $3.93 a gallon. Now, those gas prices are not cheap for Corpus Christi standards, so we did our research and looked up where you can find the cheapest gas in Corpus Christi right now. Currently, the Exxon at 3760 South Alameda Street has the cheapest gas in Corpus, $3.85 a gallon. The HEB on 4444 Castores Road is currently at $3.86 a gallon. And the Circle K on 2730 Agnes Street is currently sitting at $3.89 a gallon. And for those with a Sam's Club membership, the price right now currently is $3.64 a gallon, making it the cheapest option right now. Well, the conflict in the Middle East caused consumer prices to jump nearly 1% in March. The increase was largely driven by the soaring gas prices, as gas prices jumped more than 21%, the largest one-month increase since 1967. Overall inflation from February to March climbed 0.9%. It's the highest level in the past 2 years. The Department of Labor statistics showed that the annual inflation rate is now up 3.3%. The U.S. Postal Service is now gearing up to raise their stamp prices. The proposal would raise the price of first-class mail stamps from 78 cents to 82 cents. This price hike would raise the overall mailing service prices by 4.8%. Now, since 2007, the service reports a net loss of $118 billion. And in February alone, they reported a quarterly loss of $1.25 billion. The volume of first-class mail has fallen to its lowest since the 1960s. And the historic Artemis II mission is reaching its final hours ahead of splashing down into the Pacific Ocean. NBC's Brooke Martell joins us from San Diego, where the crew is expected to depart from before heading back to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston.
The USS John P. Murtha has been out in the Pacific since the start of this week, and this naval ship really plays an integral role in the recovery. But you can imagine the anticipation, not just here in San Diego, but really around the globe as we wait for the Orion spacecraft to re-enter Earth's atmosphere, parachutes deployed to bring the astronauts safely back to Earth. And NASA says once this mission is complete, that the Orion spacecraft will have traveled nearly 700,000 miles. And at the start of this week, you'll recall the 7-hour lunar flyby that marked the first return to the moon since Apollo 17 in 1972. And that leg of the journey provided a look at the moon's far side and set a new record for human spaceflight. And now the crew is on their way home. Early this evening, before it re-enters Earth's atmosphere, NASA says there will be a 6-minute communication blackout with the astronauts. But once it's regained, a series of parachute deployments will begin, bringing the capsule down to a speed of nearly 20 miles per hour before splashdown. And within 2 hours of splashing down, Navy divers and medical personnel will be some of the first to make contact with the astronauts to get them out of the capsule, hoisted onto Navy helicopters, and they'll then be flown back to the USS John P. Murtha for further medical evaluations. And NASA says once they're cleared from that, they'll be flown back here, where they're expected to board a plane to Houston to take them back to NASA's Johnson Space Center. In San Diego, I'm Brooke Martell. Back to you.
All right, Brooke, thank you so much. We'll want to catch the splashdown of Artemis II? Well, we've got you covered. We will be live streaming it on KristiV.com and our Facebook page starting at 6 p.m. till 8 o'clock. Well, hundreds of students from across Texas are in Corpus Christi to show off their career skills. Del Mar College is hosting the statewide Skills USA competition. Students are competing in fields like nursing, aviation, maintenance, and firefighting. Future firefighters must quickly put on their gear, demonstrate rescue techniques. The fire science program director says there is a lot on the line.
Whoever ends up being top 2 here will go to Atlanta, Georgia for nationals, and it leads to a bunch of opportunities for really large scholarships. It's really great.
Well, these programs allow students to graduate high school ready to work. The winners will be announced at an award ceremony this Saturday. And Robstown Early College High School has become an epicenter for mariachis. The school district is hosting the El Cotton Picker Mariachi Festival, bringing over 50 student mariachi groups from all over Texas to Robstown. The Mariachi Sol Rojo is the high school's very own mariachis team. Now, Neighborhood News reporter Stephanie Molina spoke to sophomore Christopher Martinez and asked him what mariachi means to him and his culture.
It definitely helps keep mariachi alive. Actually, the year we started having the festival in 2016, they also had the State Mariachi Festival. So mariachi is just kind of evolving.
The El Cotton Picker Mariachi Festival will be happening here this Saturday starting at 8:30 a.m. There will be an award ceremony after the festival. For more information, head over to our website, christv.com. Well, helping a good cause and swing for the fairways. That's just what some local golfers were doing today. Well, this was the 19th annual James Reagan Triumph Scramble. It was held over at the Lozano Golf Center. James Reagan and his sister created the Triumph Over Kid Cancer Foundation before he died of pediatric cancer at the age of 20. Now, this golf tournament is one of the foundation's biggest fundraisers.
We are able to keep this going for as long as we have with the many hundreds of wonderful volunteers that we have and supporters like these guys out here playing golf today.
If you missed today's event, you still have a chance to help out tomorrow. TOKC will host their annual Toga Party fundraiser. It will be held at the Ortiz Center from 8 p.m. to 12. Now, this year, it will be held in honor of Miss Gloria Hicks. For more information, head over to our website, christv.com. It's the foundation to everything. Coming up, an event focused just on reading.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. Sometimes you just need to jump into a book, and today is a perfect day for that. That's because today is Drop Everything and Read Day. To celebrate, one member of our Chris 6 team went over to Sam Houston Elementary and read a book to some of the students. Well, tomorrow, Gregory Portland ISD will be hosting a district-wide job fair. It will be at GP Middle School. It starts at 9 a.m. and ends at noon. The event will have different job opportunities with on-site interviews. Bring your resume and dress to impress. And local celebrities are stepping into the boxing ring for a good cause. The Corpus Christi Community Center is hosting its first fundraiser of the year tomorrow night. The event is called Champions for Charity, and it's not tomorrow night, it's actually tonight. All the money will be raised and will pay for family programs at the nonprofit center. Your tickets include 2 drinks and 1 month's membership to the facility. Doors open at 6 o'clock, and the first match is at 7. Well, we had a wet couple of rainy days, but is that rain sticking around for your weekend plans? Don't go anywhere. Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber is up next with your full weather forecast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. We are not in the Coastal Bend. In case you haven't heard the news, we've been spending the week here on South Padre Island attending the National Tropical Weather Conference. We being myself, meteorologist Stephen Jones, and from our sister station, Telemundo Corpus Christi, Maides Barcenas has been here with us too. So we're bringing you the latest and greatest in tropical weather goodness. Of course, before every hurricane season, we come here to see what the latest science is saying so that we can better prepare you for any kind of tropical trouble that may threaten the Coastal Bend. Some good indicators yesterday from Colorado State University. We're moving from La Nina through a neutral phase toward El Nino as we go into the summer. And that would benefit us, should benefit us, because that kind of climate pattern tends to suppress tropical activity. Today, we heard, should we be looking at another scale to help represent how strong a storm is? So that is a very hot topic in the tropics. It's not something I can bring to you right now this second in so much detail. I just wouldn't do it justice. But I hope the highlights that I gave you will suffice for now. We'll get into that much deeper in the upcoming hurricane special, Plan, Prepare, Survive. You can look for that toward the end of May. But right now in the near term, we are looking at the benefit of more rainfall in the forecast. So here's a look outside from our downtown studios. We're looking at some clouds off in the distance, hazy horizon. There's a bit of humidity, but that sun sure came out and really change the landscape for us. We had a lot of clouds this morning and a lot of rain for some of our neighbors, especially those out along the island and in the bluff today. A lot of our Coastal Bend weather watchers sharing some great views, whether it was the rainbows after yesterday's rainfall or some of those heavy downpours today. Hey, we appreciate your report from your neighborhood. It helps to document the kind of weather we've been seeing around here. And we have not seen a lot of rain recently, so this is an especially special circumstance. But hey, right now, not feeling too bad for a Friday afternoon. Temperatures near 80 degrees. There's still a breeze, but it's a humid one coming onshore from generally the southeast or just to the east of southeast, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not overly breezy, but enough to help bring some of that moisture on into our neighborhood. So let's take a closer look with the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network. We're looking back in the Cow Island, Robstown area. Odom toward the top of your screen there. Not a whole lot of rain today, anywhere from just a few hundredths of an inch to the top score there, 0.13 of an inch off of river there. So heading further south into the Kingsville area, again, same deal, just a few fractions of an inch. But if you look there toward Baffin Bay, the Riviera Beach Pier picking up more than a half inch of rainfall at our neighborhood weather station there. And zooming in closer to our neighbors out in Flower Bluff and toward the island, check this out. We really started to see things ramp up. You'll notice Laguna Shores Road, that's a big difference from what we're seeing at Shell Weather, just 0.18 of an inch. Laguna Shores picking up 0.35 of an inch. And out on the island, more than a half inch. Why is that? We had a particular narrow band of heavy rainfall out that way for most of the morning. And so that actually necessitates an update to this. We, as of yesterday, had 8 days of measurable rainfall. Today, the airport did pick up just a few chispas, and so that takes our rainfall count to 9 as of today. So I'll have to make an update to that, but it helps. Yesterday, we were talking about this drought update where we wiped a lot of the dark red and red off of this map. That's what we need to do if we're going to get the situation at our reservoirs and our lake levels to really make a difference and head in the right direction. We've got to take care of the drought first. So we have a couple of opportunities for rain going on into the weekend. You can still have plans. In fact, tonight we're seeing a downward trend in the rainfall. Not expecting a whole lot until after midnight, and that's unanimous across our neighborhoods, whether you're in Corpus Christi, further inland around Alice, or toward the north in Beeville. So if you have plans to be up early on Saturday, you may find a few showers, but here's what we're looking at for the weekend. I'm going to keep my eyes on the situation for Sunday. We are expecting a better chance for thunderstorms, and there is a potential that 1 or 2 of those could get a little sporty. Nothing to worry about right now, but a good idea to keep on top of the forecast. That's a look at how things are looking over the next 7 days for the Coastal Bend.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. Well, have any plans this weekend? Michelle Hoffman has you covered in today's Coastal Bend Weekend.
You might have explored the USS Lexington by day, but now you can experience it after dark. You're invited aboard for an overnight adventure that's part history lesson, part mystery tour. The Lex is known for its paranormal activity, so don't be surprised if things go bump in the night. Guests can eat and sleep in the same spaces once used by crew members, too. Tickets are available online Friday and Saturday. Another event expected to make waves this weekend is the Laguna Landing Boat Show and Expo. Boat dealers, marine brands, local vendors, and plenty of food trucks are docking all in one spot. It's happening now through the weekend at 4234 Laguna Shores Road. Doors open at noon. Over in Portland, the 51st annual WindFest is back and it's full speed ahead. The event is packed with a carnival, live music, local vendors showcasing their goods, and food trucks serving up festival favorites. If you're looking to stop and smell the cherry blossoms, the Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures has you covered. Its Cherry Blossom Festival is Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., featuring unique vendors, cultural crafts, delicious bites, and live performances throughout the day. And for something even more down to earth, the 27th annual Earth Day Bay Day Festival is happening Saturday. Hosted by Herman & Herman in partnership with the Coastal Bend Bays Foundation, the event is all about protecting what makes our coast special. Expect hands-on activities, educational exhibits, local vendors, and food options, all with a focus on conservation and community. It runs from 10 to 4 at Heritage Park.
Well, for more information on any of these events, head over to our website, christv.com. It's not your regular job, but it will pay you $1,000 an hour. Coming up, how you can make money smelling a man's best friend.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. A company in New York is offering an unusual way to make some money. Spot and Tango, a New York-based dog food company, is offering 2 peculiar job postings. They are hiring anyone willing to smell a dog's breath and anyone who is willing to accept kisses from a dog. But that part doesn't make it so rough, as they are offering $1,000 an hour for these 2 positions. This is a marketing strategy to promote their Pop Gum product, the dental care product that aims to freshen your dog's breath. And one final reminder before we go, the astronauts on Artemis 2 are heading home and will splash down off the coast of San Diego, my hometown, in just a few hours. You don't want to miss it. We have you covered. We will be live streaming it on christv.com and also on our Facebook page. That starts at 6 o'clock and will end about 8 o'clock. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. We will see you here for more news from your neighborhood at 6 o'clock.